It is an exciting day around here. We are finally putting hardware on our cabinet doors, and I'm going to do the drawers as well. So I thought I'd show you how I did this. I got a pro tip from a friend of ours who was a cabinet maker for a long time, so I cannot take credit for this. But what I did do was I took a piece of cardboard and I made a template for myself. And I wanted to talk a little bit about these measurements. So there's no standard magical number for where to set your drawer pulls. It's just what you like. And my particular style of cabinet doors has these borders. So what I did was I marked it so that the pull will be center, the top of the pull will be center here, and then however far down your pull is. Mine happens to be about 4-inch center measurements between each of the holes. All right, let's talk a little bit about this template. So I took my measurements and then I made sure that my piece of cardboard had square dimensions, meaning 90-degree angles. And then I made my marks along the cardboard. Now, you can just kind of hold it in place, but I was finding that it was pretty slippery. So I just took painter's tape, and you can get crazy and do this with a clamp if you really want to, but I just took painter's tape, and now I know that this is the outer edge, okay? And I already marked that this is the top. So depending on the cabinet, like for this one, I was able to mark it this way. But this one is its mirror image, so I can't do it that way. I am going to flip it around here so that my outer edge matches where it's supposed to go. And now that I have that where it's supposed to go, now I can tape it and make sure that it doesn't go anywhere. Now that it's in place, I take my pencil and I mark in the little hole, just like that. Okay? Now I've got my 2 pencil marks, and I come along with my drill bit, and I made sure that I'm using a bit that is just a little bit smaller than the screw that goes in there. And when you're doing this, you want to be really careful that it doesn't walk around on you. So slow and steady wins the race. You want to put the bit directly in the middle of your hole, press firmly, and then just slowly go in. There we have it. Same thing down here. Now I'm going to put the phone down so I can hold on to the door securely, because you want to kind of drill those out a couple of times just to make sure that you can easily get your bolt in. It's not really a screw because it doesn't have a pointed tip, so your hole has to be big enough to accommodate that. The other thing is these are really cheap and crummy, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. So you want to make sure that your bit for your driver or your screwdriver or whatever you're using fits really snugly in there, and you don't want to go too quickly or it'll strip out. All right, so I've got it started and it's just flush with the outside of the cabinet door. I'm going to start this one as well. So I'm sure that there's a better way to do this, but what I've been doing is just doing the top one first, holding it in place, and gently using my driver to secure and tighten up this bolt. And then I've been doing the same thing with the bottom. And there you have it. The first drawer I'm going to work on is 29.5 inches long. So 29.5 inches divided by 2 would be 14 3/4 inches. So the center point of this drawer will be somewhere along a line right there, 14 3/4 inches. And it looks to be 5 3/4. Okay, so 5 3/4 divided by 2 is 2 7/8. Okay, so 2 7/8 inches down is where my intersecting line will go. But wait, there's more. So what I did was I found the center point, but that's not where I'm drilling my holes. My holes are 4 inches apart. Half of 4 inches is 2 inches, so I went 2 inches out from the middle. That is where my holes are going to go for my drawer pull. Of course, nothing is ever easy. This particular style of drawer, in order to make my holes in the middle of the drawer, which aesthetically I'm not willing to compromise on, puts me through this layer of plywood, which the screws that came with my hardware are too short to accommodate going through both of those plus into the handle. So fortunately, I keep everything. And one of the things that I have kept over the years is this like random extra set of hardware I got with some sort of IKEA style kit long ago. And lo and behold, I found something that is machine threaded like the original, but is longer. And I checked that it would work by threading it into the handle. I also checked that it was long enough by putting it through the hole here. And so I went ahead and ordered more of these. Because I kept it in the original packaging, I knew exactly what dimension it was. And so I was able to plug that in my search and order the right thing. And one down, several more to go. I have enough of those screws to do one more handle today. But that's what it's going to look like when it's all said and done. Pretty pleased.